Hey YouTube, what is going on? Carter here. Got another video for you. This is on the Ferrum Forge Mordax. Really cool blade I picked up off of Facebook, the Knife Traders group on Facebook. Very cool group. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. A little shout out for them. Very cool. This is actually being sold. I'm shipping it out tomorrow to the creator of that Facebook group. It's pretty cool. I posted it on there for sale and he actually snagged it. So very cool stuff. Check it out. Knife Traders on Facebook. But I wanted to do a quick look at this knife before I shipped it off. I've had it for a couple weeks now. If you follow me on Instagram, I've showed it on there. Shown it on there. I've showed it on there. Shown it on Instagram a few times. Decided that it's just not for me. I mean, it kind of is for me. I think I'm just kind of flippered out right now. Want to get into manual openers. I guess this is a manual opener, but you know what I mean. Manual knives, not flippers. Kind of done with the flipper thing. I've got a bunch of flippers I've yet to even show on this channel. I'll be doing that shortly, but this one is going out tomorrow, so I wanted to do a video on it. Cool thing about some of these mid-techs and more expensive knives is a lot of the time, if you're smart about it and you jump on a good deal, you can snag these up, check them out, get a feel for them, see if it's something you're interested in, and if not, you can sell them for what you paid for them, which is the case with this. So I'm not out anything with this knife except maybe a few bucks shipping, but I got a chance to check it out, see if I like Ferrum Forge, and do this cool video for you guys. So let's get some specs out of the way in case you're interested. It's about an 8¼ inches overall, 3.5 inch blade, 3¼ inch cutting edge, N690 steel, dual tone finish on this one. I don't know how they do it. You can see the satin flats there. Then it's got like a polished, blasted, stonewashed type thing on the bevel there. I'm not quite sure how they do it. It looks like it's blasted and then stonewashed, but then in the light you can see how shiny it is. Sorry for the lack of focus here. You can see how shiny it is. So very cool. I guess they polish it. Not quite sure. Nice thick blade stock. That was the thing that was most surprising with this knife, is it's a very robust, very solid folder. I was really expecting something a little thinner, lighter, daintier, which is a good thing actually, because I was very surprised when I got it. It is rock solid. There is so much stoutness to this blade, and some of it comes down to this lock bar, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. Titanium slabs that are stonewashed right there. It's got a cool, like almost worn look to it, right from the Ferrum Forge guys. On this side, same thing, but with milling here, and cool work on the pivot. Maybe. There we go. Cool work on the pivot. And the lighting probably isn't going to capture it, but inside these mill marks on the outside, it is lightly anodized green. You may see a little bit of color difference. It's a lot more apparent in person. And same with the standoffs, just a light green tinge to it. Looks really good. It's very subdued. It's not like a toxic green. I mean, obviously, or else it would be screaming at you right now. The lighting is kind of washing it out, but it is a nice little anodized touch around there. Very good work, perfectly centered. Everything is just rock solid. Lock bar, steel lock bar insert. These guys were doing lock bar inserts before they were cool years ago. Now it's very common, but they were kind of in the forefront of implementing this kind of thing in knives, which is very cool. Flips well, locks super solid. You can see there. Very, very nice. Really like the design. The design is really, really cool. I like this blade shape. Absolutely gorgeous. Very functional. You know, you got this nice sweep right here, a little bit of belly. Choil you can choke up on. Very cool. Stout tip. Very strong. Really cool blade. Ergonomics on it are fantastic. It feels really good. You can see how it fits right into my hand. No hot spots, anything like that. So very strong designed knife. Very stout flipper. It is running on bearings, caged bearings, very small ring in there of caged bearings. The other thing that this knife has that's very, very cool. Actually, two things. Two things very, very cool about this knife. One is the Hoback Rolling Detent, which is right here. So it actually has a ball bearing for the detent. It's not just a ball bearing set into steel or titanium. It's a captured ball bearing, so it rolls. So you can have, in this case, a very stout lock bar, and yet it flips and then closes very, very well. If it didn't have that HRD, it would not flip and not close as smooth as it does. The other thing that's cool is it's adjustable. You can turn that screw right there when it's in the open position, turn that screw. If you turn it right, clockwise, it'll make the detent stronger. It pushes the detent out, it puts more force on this lock bar on the blade, and conversely, if you screw it to the left, counterclockwise, it makes it a lighter detent. So you can kind of set it to your preference depending on what you like. Very, very cool. The other thing that's interesting with this knife and other Ferrum Forge knives is the lock bar, which gives it the stoutness on the lockup and makes it such a strong lockup knife. This thing is seriously strong. And that's because you can see right here, see how it doesn't have a traditional cutout? They actually have a pocket milled out inside, and then you can see the lip right there. So it makes kind of like an I-beam type situation, giving it a lot of extra strength and a lot of extra stoutness. Very unique, very cool with Ferrum Forge knives, in my opinion. So sad to see this go. Like usual, when I start playing with it and start looking at it and talking about it, I start getting regrets on selling it. But, you know, what can you do? I'm going to pass it along, let somebody else have some fun with it. Going out tomorrow. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, check out Knife Traders on Facebook. One of the coolest things when I got back into knives recently was kind of how they have exploded on Facebook in groups and things like that. It really kind of is the modern way to run forums and classifieds and things like that. Very fast, very easy to use. You can, in my case, it's kind of detrimental because I can just jump on there and check out new stuff for sale, and it gets me in trouble because I buy things thinking I'm going to sell things and, you know, start playing that game, which I got to stop doing. But if you are in the market for knives, it's a great place to sell and purchase. You can take pictures right with your phone, load them up onto the group, do comments. It's easy to bump. It's really, really cool. So check out Knife Traders on Facebook. I'm on there all the freaking time. So is a lot of other people. I think they've got like 11,000 members. So going pretty strong. But yeah, this is it. This is a look at the Ferrum Forge Mordax. Very cool knife. Mordax. Cool name too. Sounds like a kind of ogre from a fantasy movie or something like that. All right, guys. I've rambled. Oh, we didn't do a weight. We did not do a weight on this thing. It actually feels heavier than it is. It only weighs 5.5 ounces, which, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that's light, but it is such a stout knife. I mean, it's hard for me to explain it. It's got a heavy blade. You can see the flat ground blade right there. Heavy blade, nice thick titanium slabs. Super well balanced though. See, right there on the main finger choil, perfectly well balanced. I think that's maybe what does it. Very nice, very cool. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I've rambled long enough. You guys take it easy. Give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe. Tell me how you're doing. I'll write back. Talk to you later.